Hello, Ankita. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, can you tell us
Yeah,
something about yourself?
yeah. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Ankita Deepak Bhogte. I'm 26 years old. I'm staying in Mumbai. There are three members in my family: my father, my brother, and my my father, my mother, and my brother. And I am having almost 3 years of experience. And past 2 years, I was working with the data matrix technology as a data mapping analyst.
Hmm.
My last working day on was on second first December.
Mhm.
I got affected due to recession.
Oh, okay, okay. No
Yeah,
worries. Okay. So, whenever they ask you about introduction to yourself, so you have to tell more
yeah.
about the technical details, like how
Okay.
much years of experience you have and which are the different domains in which you have worked. So, if you have worked in the non-IT field, apart from
Yeah.
testing, you should tell them. If you are looking for, if you have worked in testing, then you can tell that. And then if you have worked in non-IT, you need to also explain why you are looking for a switch to testing field, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So personal details like family details can be avoided during introduction until unless they
Yeah.
ask you from,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
like they
Okay.
approach you and they ask you who all are there in the family, so you can tell. Otherwise, you can just
Okay.
avoid those things. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure.
Okay. So you're working in the company and you were mentioning about some data analytics role, right?
Data mapping analyst.
Data mapping analyst. Okay, so that is not a
Yeah.
software testing related role, right?
No. 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 No.
Yeah.
I am completely fresher in software testing.
Okay. Now, why are you looking for a change from, this data related role to software testing? Why are you looking to switch from non-IT to IT background?
Currently, IT has a more scope than non-IT background,
Mhm.
and my growth has been completely stopped in my previous organization, like in financial growth also and my career growth also.
Mhm.
So I got chance to do in career in my software testing. So I joined, and there is a high demand for software testers in currently companies are hiring more software testers, so
Okay.
there is a huge demand.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if someone is asking you this kind of question, why are you looking for a change
Yeah.
in non-IT background to IT background? So, how you have
Yes.
to explain these things is you have to show them that you are having a lot of curiosity, you are having a lot of passion, you are having a lot of
Yes.
interest in the softwares those are getting
Software.
rolled out.
Yeah.
So, you will be performing testing on them, you will be analyzing the softwares, you will be using various features, and you will be um, validating whether those things are working fine or not. Just because
Yes, but
the yeah, please go ahead.
they will ask, no, why after 2 years you think that you need to change in software testing domain?
Hmm.
And
So
what should I answer them?
yeah, so over there only you have to give this reason that you are passionate, you are having curiosity, you like playing with the softwares. Let it be any
Okay.
e-commerce domain based, banking domain based, or if it's a game based software, right? You love testing them, you love finding bugs in those kind of softwares. Okay,
Okay.
then uh, you should not tell that there is a lot of demand, lot of jobs in software testing because these days even calls for software testing has decreased, not only for
Yeah.
testing but for everything, right? So
Okay.
then they will also they might also ask a counter question. Okay, so tomorrow the jobs related to artificial intelligence or robotic process automation will
Okay.
increase. So will you leave software testing and switch to robotic process automation?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
how you can get counter questions. So you have
Okay.
to answer very smartly so that you don't get counter question in these kind of aspects. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now, what do you know about software testing?
Software testing is a process of finding defect bugs in your system. It ensures that your expected output should be matches with your expected output,
Mhm.
and we ensure that we need to deliver the 100% quality product to the end user, so that customer can trust us and give other work to us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's say there is a software, right? How will
Yeah.
you? and you have got n number of test cases, right? You are aware
Okay.
about test cases, test scenarios,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. How will you ensure that you have tested that particular software thoroughly in a detailed manner and you haven't missed any bug in that?
Sorry, I didn't got you.
Okay, fine. So consider there is a team and you are part of QA team,
Okay.
and your manager comes and tells you in the morning that Ankita, you are supposed to test this particular software by EOD today and make sure that there are no defects found in this software. And you have almost 50 to 60 test cases in that software, right?
Okay.
So how will you ensure that you have performed detailed level of testing for that software and you haven't missed any sort of bugs in that?
I will try. Means I do not have to find defect or bugs in the system.
No, you have to find, let's say if you find a defect, so definitely you will get a defect, right?
Okay.
Softwares are there, defects will be there. But at the end of the day, you
Okay.
should be able to create a test report in which you should be able to tell, okay, so let's say you go to the team manager and you tell them, okay, see, sir, I have tested 60 test cases. Out of those, 5 test cases are failing, 55 are passed. So this kind of report you have
Okay.
to generate. But you have to ensure that those 55 test cases which have got passed, those have got, those are successfully passed. It should not happen if any someone other member is testing, then he finds one more defect in those 55 past test cases which were executed by you. So how will you ensure that?
Okay.
Hmm.
I will try more positive test cases.
Hmm.
Like I will explore small units from this application, like login page, then home page, then other things are there in the entire application. So I will try to test parts in the software test, in the application.
Hmm.
And if the login page is there, so if the requirement is login, means there are email ID and password, then if the condition is email ID should consist 13 characters, like 13, the means limit is 13, so you can't expand. So I will try to find that more positive scenarios or negative scenarios in the software.
Hmm. Okay. Now, partial answer is correct. Like you will be performing positive testing, you will be performing negative testing, right? But
Hello.
yes, Ankita.
Hello.
Yes. Am I audible?
Hello.
Yes. Am I audible to you?
Actually, yeah. Someone is calling me, so just got disturbed.
Okay. So you keep your phone in the do not disturb mode. So if
Yeah,
anyone
I
is
kept, but someone calling from WhatsApp.
okay, no worries. Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine. You have to take care
Yeah,
of these things in a real-time interview. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay, now coming to the question, you had 60 test cases for that particular
Yes.
functionality or software to be tested. Okay, so now you won't be referring to the requirements because you have derived test cases from the requirements.
Okay.
Okay, so now test cases is a single source of truth for you.
Yeah.
Now, out of those test cases, there will be a combined set of positive as well as negative test cases.
Negative test cases. Yeah.
So part of your answer was partially correct that um, you will be performing positive testing, you will be performing negative testing. Now,
Negative testing. Yeah.
how will you ensure that after executing all the test cases, there is no bug left out from your side, right? So you have to answer that. So the question was, how will you perform detailed level of testing, right? So
Okay.
you have to answer that if it's a web-based application, you will be trying to test in critical. See, it is not possible to test in each and every browser. Chrome, Edge,
Yes.
Firefox, Safari, so many browsers are there. So you will take one browser and you will perform detailed level of testing with possible permutations and combinations, right?
Yes.
Then second thing that you can cover is you can also take priority or critical test cases on the priority. Like let's say
Okay.
50, 60 test cases are there. Out of those, 20 test cases may be related to UI UX, right?
Yes.
10 test cases are fully affecting the business things, right? So you will be
Yeah.
considering, you will be taking those test cases first, right?
Okay.
Then you have to tell about the test cases which got failed last time, but were fixed in the upcoming build. So you can take those test cases in the second stage, right?
Okay.
This is how you will
Got
be
it.
you will be coming up with a test strategy just to ensure that you're not missing any bugs. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Now let's say if you missed some bug. Okay, you took care of all the things, you gave your 100%, but still
Yeah.
when the software was delivered, it went live, client found one simple defect. Okay. How will you provide justification to the manager? Now, manager who came to you on Monday for certification or for performing testing, that manager comes to you on Wednesday. That client has found the defect. Now, what justification will you give?
Mm, So, like the bug means I will check that bug is like
Mhm.
bug is more effectable or not, means light or a high weightage.
Yeah.
Depending on my answer will,
Hmm.
if
So,
the bug
weighted.
has not affecting the system,
Hmm.
then I will explain that it can resolve in the next release.
Okay. So, those
Yeah.
things your manager will have to tell to the client that it will get resolved in the next release. But
Yeah.
now the arrow has been left from the bow, right? The bug
Yeah.
has already been found at the client end, right?
Yes.
You are supposed to answer. So, what justification will you give that, okay, he calls you that this bug has been found. So, what justification will you give? How will you handle this situation?
In that situation we can't do anything because already the software will is delivered to the end user. We
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything. You have to listen the project managers everything. So I
That
will
is there.
explain that.
You will have to listen, right? But you will have to
Yeah.
defend as well. So, what
Yeah, I
justification
will
will you
have to
give?
defend.
Hmm. How will you defend yourself? Let's say if they tell you we won't be paying you salary for this month because of this defect. So that's not possible, right? That's not
That's not possible.
right. So how will you justify yourself? And then you have to continue your job as well. Hmm? You have to save your job. So what justification will you give? How will you handle this scenario?
Sorry, like I haven't faced the situation,
Hmm. Okay, no
so
worries.
I'm
So,
not. I can't able to explain this.
okay. Now, there are two aspects. Before going into the cabin or before answering them, you have seen the defect. What kind of defect it is? What kind of steps are there? If you haven't seen the defect and he's just shouting at you, so just tell them, okay, sir, give me some time. Let me look into the defect. What is the actual scenario is? What is the severity
Okay.
of that? So weightage you are telling, right? So that is
Okay.
actually severity and priority. What is the severity of the
Priority.
defect? To what level it is impacting the application, right?
Okay.
Okay, now if you have seen those kind of, if you have seen the defect, you came to know before him, okay, no, this defect has been caught, right? So you can tell, okay, fine, I'll include this scenario in the test suite and make sure that this is being taken into the testing from next cycle onwards, right?
Okay.
This is how
Okay.
you have to answer, right?
Yes,
Just,
definitely.
yeah, just surrendering yourself towards the situation is not. And then you also have to tell there were only 8 hours that were given to you. 50, 60 test cases were there. All were manual. So you gave your best, but still that bug is there, right? So
Okay.
try to have a conversation in this kind of situation. Otherwise,
Yes.
people are there to blame you, right?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Right? Okay, now this is fine. Hmm. Let's say you have 250 test cases that you have to execute in a single day. Okay. Now,
Okay.
the delivery manager, you are aware about Agile, right? What is Agile, right? It's a methodology.
Acha, yeah.
Yeah. So, in the morning sync up call, they are assigning and they are asking you that, Ankita, you are supposed to test 260 test cases today. By today itself, you have to give a sign off report, right? So how will you handle the situation?
It is not possible to complete 260 test cases in a one day. So I will ask for some time, give us a one extra day or give little extra days to perform the test cases. Like before going to the customer, like before going on call with client, I will have a word with my manager that if client says that you have to perform this test cases, that much test cases in a day, so I won't able to perform in a single day. So before going to the client, I want to I want to have a word with my manager. Is that right?
Yeah, that is fine. See, the very upfront thing, you will have to be transparent during this situation that it is not possible to execute 260 test cases in a day. The next thing you can
Yeah.
do is you can take help from the development team. Maybe let's say you have 5 developers in your team and you came to know that 3 developers are not having any task today. Or even if they had
Okay.
task it, they can postpone it to tomorrow. It's not of high priority. So you can ask them to execute the test cases on your
Okay.
behalf. So 260 divided by 4. It would be good rather than 260 is done by a single person, right? The third thing is you can approach.
Yes, but it can be happen
Uh-huh. Yes, yes, Ankita, please go ahead.
like if they have a workload,
Yeah. So if they have
if
a
they have a
workload,
workload, if
then
only I have to do this.
yeah. So this was just one of the, you will have to come up with some middle solution, right? Between yes and no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes is the totally yes. That is not possible, but in this situation, no means that is also not fine because you have to you have to go for the release, right? The client is asking for it. There is a business involved in that, right? So you will have to
Yes.
find some middle way
Yes.
out of it. So this is just one solution. So if any 3 developers are there, let's say they don't have any P0 tasks assigned to them. So you can discuss this thing with the Scrum Master, delivery manager, say, I'll need help in the testing. And then they will ask
Okay.
developers to do it. Okay. Third
Okay.
thing
Okay.
is, uh, what you can do is you can identify some high UAT based scenarios. UAT means user acceptance testing scenarios.
User acceptance testing.
Yeah. So you can identify them and you can perform testing. And in the evening, on a call or via email, you can communicate to the client that these high level scenarios has been tested for now. Testing is still in progress, right?
Okay. Okay.
Like that. Then let
Yeah.
them go ahead and take a decision whether they want to release today or not, right? That is up to.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the third thing is finally, you can approach your test manager. And if there are testers available in other projects who can quickly help you, who can quickly jump in in your team and help you. So this is how you can um, do or you can react to this kind
Okay.
of situations. Okay. Now,
Yes.
I was just looking at your CV. So along
Yeah.
with data mapping analyst in the bracket, you have written QA. So I hope there is a difference between QA
QA
and
means
yeah, yeah,
quality analysis, quality checking.
yeah. So were you performing software testing?
No, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
Quality checking means I have to check the quality reports of the team.
Okay,
So I just mentioned in the CV.
okay. So that is not QA, right? QA is uh, performing testing on
Quality
software.
assurance.
Yeah, doing validation, doing verification. I think
Okay.
you were doing more of QC kind of a work where you were doing quality control on the
Yeah,
reports.
yeah. QC.
Yeah, yeah. So take care of this kind of things in the CV. They might ask you.
Questions. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll remove that.
Okay, okay.
Just I want to ask one question.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Like I have faced the situation of termination. So when I will give interview, they will ask you, why did you quit your job? So did I do I say that they terminated me and my teammates, or say that I want to focus on my career, so I quit the job?
Okay. So whatever the truth
So
is,
which one
yeah,
I have to tell?
whatever the truth is, no matter how much bitter it is, but you have to speak the truth, right? You can simply say that the company was facing some project related issues, financial
Okay.
issues, and so they laid off XYZ employees, including me, right?
So
Now,
okay, then it will not impact bad impression of me, na? No?
why it will impact bad impression if only you have been terminated? Then there are
Okay.
chances that there are due to the performance reason you have been terminated. But you are telling
Okay.
there are group of people that have been laid off, right? So that means the company's decisions in the past were not proper, hence they had to do this. They had to take this action,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So there is no bad impression. See, uh, uh, it's not your fault, right, that you got laid off. You were not knowing that they are going to take this decision.
Okay.
Hmm? So whatever the truth is, you have to tell. And then if you want, you can also show them on LinkedIn that so many people have posted and they have got laid off. So in the same group, you are also belonging, right? So they will come to know,
Okay.
okay, she didn't get laid off individually, but the layoff was done with a group of people, including her, right? So
Okay.
yeah, this is because the business was getting impacted, right? So you are not at
Yeah.
fault. They had to uh, lay off people in order to save business, right?
Yeah.
Irrespective
They
of
gave
it.
the reason
Yeah. What did they give reason?
due
What
to
was?
reduce of work.
Yeah, yeah. So you can just simply tell, okay, fine, that this happened because the company didn't get sufficient work. That's it.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now coming to API testing. So what do you know about API testing?
Application programming interface.
Mm-hmm. How do you perform
So
API
I
testing?
did I didn't know anything about it because I haven't learned yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You haven't.
Maybe it is performed by developers,
Mm-hmm. No, no. API testing is performed by testers itself. They have got,
testers.
yeah, they have got a tool, Postman, JMeter, in which API testing is performed.
Is automated. It is part in it is uh, automation.
No, no, it is not automation, but yes, API testing can be automated, right?
Okay.
Hmm. So there is a tool available, Postman, which is an open source tool. You can just download that particular tool and you can validate APIs. You can create a collection of all the APIs that are there, right,
Okay.
from login to the end, and you can run them one by one. You can also put
Okay.
assertions with respect to APIs. For example, whether that API response is coming as 200 okay or not, whether that API response is containing some valid success messages, for example, right? These all things you can validate in API testing.
Okay.
Okay, now consider a situation where you are supposed to test e-commerce based application, e-commerce based
Okay.
website. How will you perform testing? Can you tell me high level test scenarios?
First, I will check that the logo is properly displaying or not.
Hmm.
First, front page of the application, and I will hovering the mouse over the everything like home shop, main section, women section,
Hmm.
then kids section, add to cart option, search option. Then I will check that login functionality. The login functionality, when you enter the valid mobile number, then it will give and try the and click the login button.
Hmm.
Then the 6 digit OTP is receiving or not, and OTP should be only 6 digit. Then if you are facing issue, then there is an option that having issues, then there is a set of options present in the issue button.
Hmm.
Then I will check that privacy policy, terms and conditions. There are these are the high level scenarios.
Hmm. Okay. When you are asked about high-level test scenarios in an interview, you have to
Yeah.
cover all the flow of the application. Like,
Okay.
don't just restrict yourself to login, right? In
Yes.
Amazon.com or in Flipkart, whichever e-commerce website you have got various functionality of forgot password, signing up,
Yes.
new registration, then change password, then searching the products, adding them to the cart, then making sure that you get discount on the products, then payment gateway, payment via credit card, debit card,
Yes.
Google Pay, Paytm. So many options are there. Then negative testing, you can do test with the payment with incorrect card, insufficient balance.
Yes.
Then the
When you
final.
try to add when you try to add product in your cart,
Hmm.
then your products are not adding into the cart, so these are the part in negative testing.
So if the product is not available on the website, so it won't get added into the cart.
No. I'm saying that there are, if you are checking that when you selected the items, particular items, and trying to add to cart button,
Hmm.
first positive test case is the items are adding it to the cart.
Hmm.
Second is when you are trying to add to cart, but click on add to cart button and not able to adding the product. Like, sorry, I failed to explain this,
Okay,
but
I understood. So you mean to say
yeah,
you have selected, let's say, shirt, and it is not
yeah,
getting added into the cart. So it's a defect, right?
defect. But it is part of negative testing, na.
No, it's a part of happy path testing only. Negative testing
Okay.
means you are trying to um, create the defects, or you are trying to perform the validation checks into the
Yes,
application.
yes, yes.
It's similar to
Like,
like for
there is a
example,
condition
uh,
in the login function in mobile field. The requirement is mobile field is accept only 10-digit numbers.
hmm, hmm,
Then first is you will enter 10-digit numbers.
hmm,
Then you will try that if mobile field is accepting 11 digits or not.
hmm,
Second is you will enter 3 2 digits
hmm.
and try to log in. That mobile number field should accept 3 digits, four
Yes,
digits,
yes.
like that.
Yes,
Yes,
so you will be testing the behavior of the application or the software
yes,
with unexpected input data and conditions, right? It can be
yes,
wrong
yes,
data, right? It is generally performed, the significance of negative testing is to prevent the software application from crashing due to negative inputs, right? It
yes,
is,
yes.
yeah, it is performed to make sure that the software is capable enough to handle the in unexpected inputs or data, right? It should give a
Okay, yeah,
user-friendly message, error messages during
yes,
that
yes.
time. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ankita, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Yeah.
Like
So,
my, I have to ask that my CV is good for the fresher level or
hmm,
not?
okay. So,
Should I mention anything?
hmm, let me just go through it. Hmm, okay. So, is my screen visible?
No.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now, is it visible?
Uh, yes, it is loading. Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So the very first thing that you have to do is see in the work experience what you have done August 19 to March 20 and then January 2021 to present. So
Yeah.
instead of present, you have to put an end year or month
Yes,
only,
yes, yes.
as you were mentioning, and keep this
Yeah.
in the descending order. The job
Okay.
which you had recently done should be up, and then the older experience.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Personal information you can remove. And
Okay. I have mentioned that I have a knowledge of in the skill session,
hmm, hmm,
Bugzilla.
hmm.
So
Mozilla is an outdated tool. You can get
yeah, I know.
knowledge about Jira and that you
Yes,
can
yes.
include. Okay.
Okay,
And
okay.
see, test plan, test case, these things can be asked to you. Test plan will be asked to you. What is web
Okay.
searching? Web searching is not a skill.
Web searching means we are doing web searching in the previous research. It
Hmm.
is kind of research thing.
Hmm. So let's say if I ask you to search about IRCTC on Google, right? So
Yeah.
so that is not that is not skill, right? That is the day-to-day basis that we do, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll
Surfing,
remove
yeah,
this.
and all those things. So you can remove, right? Basic
Yeah.
IT skills. Either you write basic IT skills or you write SQL because SQL itself is a
SQL.
database. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then you might be asked to write queries, right? And
Yeah. Okay.
create one good LinkedIn professional profile and give the URL at the top below your phone number.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not scrolling up because there is a lot of information at the top, right? But
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
see, knowledge of functional and non-functional testing. So how will you perform non-functional testing, right? So those questions can be asked to you.
Okay.
Hands-on experience in Excel. Okay, so this content you will have to change, right? This is
Okay.
QC, right? If you are mentioning this, write QC. If you did something else related to software testing, then you mention over here that software
Okay.
testing.
No. 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 I haven't done
Hmm.
software test.
Yeah. Okay, so I think
And
rest looks good.
which
PDF.
I want to ask that which thing I have to
Hmm.
like I have to work on that.
So you have to work on software testing basics, right? Like positive
Okay.
testing, negative testing, types of testing, right? So these things,
Okay.
and then scenario-based questions, as we were discussing prior.
Yes.
So those things you
For
have.
the fresher, they will ask the scenario based questions.
Not actually, I would say you are not a fresher. You have already got 2 to 3 years of experience, right? So
But
they might
I am new into manual testing, no?
Yeah. So they might, you have completed the course. So they might
Yeah.
hire you with some sort of experience level because you are not a trainee or you are not someone who is just joining the corporate organization from the very scratch. You already have got that exposure. So if you are
Okay.
able to answer those scenario type questions,
Okay.
then I think there is an opportunity that they might hire you with some experience.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ankita. So anything
Yeah.
else?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming on our channel and wish you all the best for your career.
Thank you. And thank you for the giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
I continuously follow your mock interviews and live sessions.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
So I hope those are helpful to you.
Yes. 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 It is helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.